Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Jay Brown, and today it's all about success stories. So today we'll be talking to a very good friend of mine. He has been a friend since little, but as we grow up, we become closer. So we're going to be talking to him today. He is a very great friend, as I said earlier, and he graduated first class. And I know that a lot of you guys being students and all, and some of you not being students but aspiring to go into education, you'll be wondering, how can you graduate with first class? And remember, we teach kingdom principles here and how to graduate and do things God way. So we'll be welcoming my very good friend Toby to the channel. Thank you. So good afternoon, Mr. Toby. Can we know you?
Good afternoon. Hi guys. My name is Oluwatobi. Yeah, I'm a graduate of computer engineering. I'm mostly into software development.
Okay, from what school, sir?
Okay, I graduated from lautech University of Technology, Ogumosho, Oyo State.
Okay, I heard they strike a lot in that school. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's very correct.
So how many years did you spend for your course, sir?
Okay, it was a 5-year course, but due to strike, COVID-19, and many other things in Nigeria, I ended up spending about more than 6.5 years.
Wow.
So that's about 7 years.
Wow. Okay, so we want to know, is this first class thing very, very difficult, or is something that nobody can attain?
It's relative. For me, I don't think there's anything that is difficult in life. If quite a number of people can do it, then it means that it's possible. And so it's just a thing of the mind and what one chooses to pursue after. Like, if you want it, then you go for it. It is not something that you get just easily anyways, because it takes a lot of work and dedication and determination, even when things happen the way you did not envisage. But it is not something that is impossible.
Okay, so what sacrifices did you have to make to be a first class student?
Sacrifices. Well, the sacrifices. Now, this is not. It is not the same for everybody. It's not the same for everybody. There are some persons that did not really change anything about their life. Okay, even when they were pursuing a first class degree. So for me, yeah, I didn't really change much about my lifestyle pattern. It was just that, okay, the sacrifice would be that I always, instead of waiting and allowing things happen, I always go after things. So it means that I usually prepare in advance for my exams. I usually try to make sure that I get every aspect of the course covered. When I miss classes, I try to catch up with what they did. I guess that's something that I can regard as sacrifice, though.
Okay, so were there parties, were there friends, companies, and going out here and there, because a lot of youths love to, play?
Okay, now, well, I don't want to sound judgmental, or I don't want to sound like stereotype, but I believe that I have friends that went to parties and still graduated with first class. So it's more about knowing yourself and knowing what you are capable of. Some persons can go to party from beginning of the semester till the end, and then when it's time for exam, they will still come out with good grades. So for me, I don't really have many friends, so I didn't really have many parties to attend. The more friends you have, the more parties you get invited to. So I didn't have many friends, and I was mostly busy with my computer. So and computer does not go to party. Though I went to a lot of tech events, where I guess those are the kind of parties that we do. So I think one can go to parties, or one can engage in social cultural activities and still do well academically.
Okay, so that's very good. So, did you make first class an intention from the first year, or is the final year you just said, okay, let's see even if we can make first class or so?
Okay, so it was a determination from the beginning. It was a determination that I wanted to graduate with first class. So, and I don't think it happens so many times that someone would get to final year and now decide that I want to graduate with first class, because your results is a combination of everything that you have been doing since the beginning. And then anyone who, though there are some people that they eventually discover that, okay, I'm very close to this thing, but mine was a determination from the day I entered university.
Okay, so what role did, because a lot of students say there is no time, there are lectures, there are this, there are that. How did you get to engage God in whatever you were doing?
Well, I believe that God is an entity. God is my schedule. So I don't try to put God or fix God in my schedule. God is the schedule himself. So I try to fix other things around God. You know, like every one of us, we don't even think about how to fix eating in our schedule. No one says that I'm trying to fix eating. So God is more important than food. And so I don't try to. I used to go to church a lot. In fact, in church, many people were surprised that I graduated with first class, because many people feel that now only Bible this guy sabi. So yeah, it was that, I won't say it was that bad. It was that good that, okay, I was a leader in the church, and there was almost no program that I didn't attend. I go to church, like, let me say, at least 4 times in a week. So at least 4 times in a week, and so sometimes you even go multiple times within a day. There was a time that I was the one in charge of the key to the church. So it means anyone who enters the church has to come through me. You can imagine all of that. So I believe that God is important, more than important anyways. And as children of God, we should know that God has plans for us. His plans, God does not actually want mediocrity, and God wants the best for you. And God was very important in how things turned out for me.
So what is your advice to aspiring students that are just going into the school for definitely for the first time, or the ones that are aspiring to go to the uni and graduate with flying colors like you did?
The first advice would be that you know God. If you don't know God, then you don't know anything. And if you don't know God, whatever achievements you have is very small. The Bible says, "What does it profit a man if he gains the whole world and then loses his own soul?" So I believe that the biggest achievement that one can have in this world that we are in is to know God, to know Jesus, his son. Then secondly, you should know yourself. It's very important. In the university, there are so many things that people get bothered about. People get carried away with so many things. Now, when studying for exam, someone will just come, things that they did not teach you. Have you read this part? And so many people will run after that. Eventually, when they get to the exam, it will be something that is unrelated. And in my school, there's something that they call night class. Like, I know many universities, they have name that they have for it. Some people call it tea day break, where you go to read at night. Okay, personally, I only went to read in school at night once throughout my stay in the university. Now, it's something that is very rare that you see that why you graduate the first class and you claim that you never went for night class. It was because I knew that I couldn't read well at night, so I didn't usually join them to read at night. At night I sleep while I read in the afternoon. So when you know yourself, you know how best you read, whether you read well at night or whether you assimilate well in the morning, in the afternoon, or night. And again, you know how well you get to understand things. Some people prefer to be taught. Some people prefer to read from books and teach themselves. I'm part of the second group. Like, I prefer to read and then understand by myself, because many times when I go out to meet people to teach me, they usually end up confusing me. So just know yourself, know God, and the sky is the starting point.
So thank you so much for your time, sir. God bless you.
Yeah.
Here we all have it from a graduate, first class graduate of lautech, Oyo State, Nigeria. You want to chase your first class goals, you want to graduate with flying colors. You have heard advice from a plain first class student, and this is not very hard as we all take it to be, but it is just determination. We heard that from the beginning of the first year, he made it a goal. And church does not disturb your activities. I don't know why a lot of people say, I don't have time, I don't have to go to church. There was lectures that time, there was this that time, there was that time. It only gives you gives you the intention of putting God first. When you put God first, as we heard him say, there would be a lot of things that would go very smoothly for you. I don't want to take your time. I still remain J Brown. This is my YouTube channel. Please like this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, so when we come your way next time with another big video, you will be notified. Thank you, and God bless you for your time. Peace.